Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. When replacing the upper control arms on their 79 through 2004 Mustang, many enthusiasts forget about the axle housing bushings. These mount on the axle assembly itself, and it's where the control arm mounts to it. No matter how good your upper control arm is, if these bushings are worn out, you're not going to get optimum performance. A lot of people are unfamiliar with how to replace these, so today we're going to show you how to do that using our 2001 Mustang Bullitt. These are Ford replacement bushings. They're not going to be all shiny and fresh looking out of the box, but they are new and are going to do the job they're meant to do. It includes both the bushings and the shells, which is important. In this kit is also included 2 C-clips and friction modifier. The reason for that is this is actually included in Ford's axle kit. If you're just replacing these bushings, this stuff here is not necessary. For this installation, you'll need a jack and jack stands or a lift and pole jack, 1/2-inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, assortment of deep and shallow 18mm sockets, 18mm wrench. We strongly suggest the use of an axle bushing removal tool available here at cjponyparts.com and a 16mm socket. The first step in installing the axle housing bushings is to get the car up in the air and remove your upper control arm. What you want to do is support the rear. It's not going to go anywhere, but it makes it easier to get it reinstalled. We can move on to the rear bolt. There are a couple ways to remove the originals. You can cut them, drill them, torch them. This is the absolute best way. This is part number ABT for axle bushing tool. This will actually bolt in place. All you're basically going to do is tighten the nut, and it's going to draw the bushing out. This is going to be the easiest way to do it, but if you don't have one of these or access to one of these, we're going to show you some other ways. We're going to start the removal of the bushing by basically taking our drill bit, drilling a hole, and sort of working our way around the rubber bushing. You want to take your time here. You don't want to basically drill right through it or you won't be able to get it out. Once you get most of the rubber material out of the way, now we can work on the actual metal housing itself. First thing we're going to do is grab some penetrating oil and spray it around the outside edge. Wish there was a trick to this part, but there really isn't. Now we got to get the shell out of the housing. To do that, basically you have to destroy it. You use a hammer and chisel. I'm going to use an air hammer to do it. What you want to do is basically dent the sides to the point that you can push it out. Now we're going to grease up the opening before we install the new bushing. Put the bushing up into place. It'll go on about 1/4 inch. Now we're ready to actually install it. If showing what's required to remove the bushing didn't convince you to buy this tool, this actually may. You can actually use it to install the bushing as well. Do basically the exact opposite. You can put it on, you can use it to tighten it and push it in place. The other option, you're going to remove the tailpipe, get a block of wood, and hammer it in. Eventually what will happen is this is going to bottom out. You just want to compare it to the other side, about a pinky width. Yep, just about the same. As long as we're even, you'll be fine. Now we can remove the tool. And here's a comparison of why you're probably going to want to buy this tool. What you do, basically put this plate on like this over the bushing, put the bolt through the middle to the back side, put a plate on the back side, and what you'll do is just turn this with a wrench on the back, and it's going to draw the bushing out. You can see the bushing is nice and cleanly removed right into the cup. Much, much simpler than the old school way of doing it. This tool's worth every penny. Old school way, tool that's roughly around $40. This took about 1/10 the time as well. Once the bushing is pressed into place, you reinstall the upper control arm, repeat the process on the other side, and your installation's finished. The upper control arm housing bushing is not the easiest installation around, but if you're looking to improve your rear suspension and want to put new control arms in the car, it's something you're going to want to do as well. As we showed you, using the right tool will definitely shave some time, and using that tool, the whole installation will take you around 2 hours to be back on the road in no time.